What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from High on Android and DopeTechDaily.com, and today I'm bringing you guys a review of the official Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge S-View flip cover. This is the clear cover. Now, you guys probably remember last year the video that got the most views on my channel ever was the S6 Edge clear view cover. Now, I'm not super proud of that because that cover, of course, scratched up a lot of people's screens. But it did sort of put my channel on the map, and it's allowed me to keep doing what I love, which is reviewing tech products. So I got the new one in the house. I went to the T-Mobile store today. If you're looking to pick one of these up, they do have them in some of the T-Mobile stores. And I want to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like this year, see if there's any improvements, and then I'm going to use it for a week or so, see if I see any scratches on my screen, let you know if it's going to scratch your screen this year. So hopefully I can save some people some money. Hopefully I don't scratch up my screen in the process. But let's go ahead and get right into it. You can see here, you can view your notifications, of course, through the cover because it's got the clear view on it. You can also respond to calls through the clear screen. And you can see here on the back a few of the other features. You've got instant full screen access to critical information when the cover is closed. Now, one problem with this, of course, as you can see here, is this only pertains to Samsung stock apps. You can get the weather, you can get missed calls and missed text messages if you use Samsung's messaging app, not if you use Hangouts or some other third party. And this year you can accept or reject incoming calls with just a swipe through the front folio of the cover. And of course you can see everything through the front folio, except you can't really see third-party app notifications, which is the biggest problem that I have with this cover. You can see the price right there for $59.99. That is the retail price. That's what you'll pay in T-Mobile, Verizon, Best Buy. This is the retail price at launch and also on Samsung.com. Now I'll talk about the price value in a second, but I think this product is quite a bit overpriced. Let's just take a look at it really quick. Talk about that at the end. Pretty simple packaging. Go ahead and set that to the side. So you can see here the cover itself. They got some plastic on there. We'll take it off and open up on the inside. That's where you're going to seat your Galaxy S7 Edge. And then on the back, it's got some Samsung branding. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off the front of the cover. And then there's also a piece of plastic here on the back of the cover as well. And then I think there's one more piece of plastic on the inside of the cover. So go ahead and take that off as well. And let's just take a look. You can also see Galaxy S7 Edge branding, some other pertinent information on the bottom. Here you've got the piece that keeps the cover closed. Of course, you got the hinge right there, cut out for your camera, cut out for your speaker on the front, and that Samsung logo. The only other thing about this cover that's not great is it's got reinforced corners where you're going to seat it, but it does leave the sides and the top and bottom of your phone exposed. It's not going to offer maximum protection. So let's go ahead and seat my Galaxy S7 Edge in there. This is the color that would probably match the silver titanium S7 Edge a little better. This is exactly what it's going to look like inside of the Clearview cover. This is what it's going to look like with it shut. So you can see right there, I've got a missed call on the lock screen. You can see the time, etc. And if you get an incoming call, you'll be able to swipe to accept or reject the call. And of course, since you have the speaker cut out at the top, you'll be able to take a call through the front cover. Now again, one of the big problems I have is that you can't get third-party notifications here or interact with them. That's also something I mentioned in my vlog, sort of giving my 24-hour impressions. The always-on screen on the S7 Edge also suffers from the same problem. You can only get Samsung stock app notifications. You can't get notifications from Hangouts, Gmail, if you use any of the other Google services. That is a problem for me because I do not use Samsung messaging apps. I do not use their email apps, etc. Now the real thing we want to test is whether or not this inside is going to scratch up your screen. Last year on the S6 Edge, sand and dust particles were getting trapped in here, and then when you closed the screen, it was scratching up people's screens. They would open up the cover after using it for a while and they would wonder what happened to these scratches, how did they get there on my screen, because they hadn't actually had keys in their pocket or anything like that. So I'm going to test that. We're going to find out. It's a little bit softer than last year's material, but it is very, very similar. It's a hard shell sort of TPU. So I'm still a little skeptical. I said in a blog post after I checked it out at Best Buy the first time that I was a little optimistic, but I'm still a little worried. So hopefully it doesn't scratch my screen. I'll definitely let you guys know. A few other things to note, as I said, the top of the phone here is exposed. The sides, so the power button there doesn't have anything covering it. That's exposed as well. Also the bottom, so of course you can access your ports, your speaker, your headphone jack, but that does leave you with less protection. So you do have the corners themselves reinforced by the pieces where you actually seat the phone, but this is not a maximum protection case. It's also pretty easy for this thing to flip open. So if you drop the phone, it's very, very likely that this thing's just going to flip open. You might damage your screen. So it's definitely not a high protection case. It's definitely more of a style case. I don't even think the functionality is that great because they should add more options to interact through the front of the cover, in my opinion. So that being said, do I think you should buy this? Well, I'll have to check and see if it scratches the screen. If it does that, I would definitely say no. But at 60 bucks, this is a pretty terrible value in my opinion. There's a lot of better third-party case options. I'll be reviewing some from VRS Design, UAG. I already did a couple that I'll drop links to in the description, Spigen. So for 60 bucks, I mean, it's up to you if you want the official Samsung product. But at the end of the day, it doesn't offer that much extra functionality, and you're going to pay a pretty high price. Of course, these will go down in price on Amazon, and when they do, I'll get that information up on dopetechdaily.com. All right, guys, so those are my initial impressions, quick review of the official Clearview S cover for the S7 Edge. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments section. I'll be happy to get back to you. Going to test this and do a full review, let you guys know if it scratches my screen. I'll have that up in about a week. You can follow me on Google Plus and Twitter. Ask me questions over there. Those links are in the description. And of course, check out Dope Tech Daily for Android news, editorials, as well as giveaways. I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.